HooHooHooRobin.
Yeah, the mayor's got a three-person car rule.
Yeah. 3-person per vehicle.
Starting this morning at 6 a.m. So if you're not in the city at 6 a.m., you're fucked.
So 6 a.m., you got to have 3 people or more in your vehicle, or you're turned away at all the crossings.
Which, by the way, is pretty smart, because yesterday it was complete gridlock in Manhattan. Complete
I
gridlock.
cannot even tell you anger.
I live a mile away, mile and a half, just to give you an idea. 45 minutes. 45 minutes. And I'm not bitching, trust me. I'm just giving you an idea.
Well, how about from the studios here?
To your house, yeah.
To the Queensboro Bridge.
That's no more than, 2 miles?
I've done that in 3 to 4 minutes.
Right.
When there's no one on the road.
Yesterday?
Like very early in the morning.
Amazing.
Yeah, yesterday. Amazing, right?
You got a flying car, obviously.
How long, Danny, was that about? I would say hour 45. From there. That's before I started my trip home. Like on the actual highway, That's just getting off of Manhattan. An hour and 45 fucking minutes.
Were you annoyed?
Oh, was I ever? Hence the camera that I had stuck on my windshield for the drive-in, because people were saying I should have. I was pulling moves and still getting it took an hour and 45 minutes. And believe me, I was making some headway.
I had to piss at one point, and the traffic was so bad that I just got out.
He got out of the car. I was on First Avenue.
I went to a McDonald's. There was a line. I sat in the line.
I would have just peed my pants.
I pissed. Walked out of McDonald's. Walked back to the truck.
Walked up like a block, and I was still there.
Oh, really?
Like it didn't matter.
I just walked a block and a half, and there it was.
And let me tell you something. It's fucking amateur hour, because the people that usually take mass transit have decided to drive in, and they don't even know what it's like to drive in Manhattan. You need to fucking get on it.
You got to make moves.
You got to make moves. You got to fucking go. You got to be alert. You got the second the light turns green, you got to fucking go. You got to look. If you're in an intersection and the light is green and there's cars in front of you and you might block the box, you can't move. You can't make that. But if you see cars starting to move, then you got to move and go, because you got a spot.
Right.
People that don't move, and then the cars around them get in front of them and they fuck you.
But even that wouldn't help.
No,
there's way too many fucking cars in this city right now.
Not only did I beep, here's what one intersection held for me. There was an SUV, and he was totally blocking the intersection, like fucking dead stopped, and probably 2 cycles of a light, and he's still there in the middle of the intersection. People beep and go crazy. So finally, I edge around, and now I'm going past him, and my driver's side window now is right next to his giant back SUV window, which I made sure I got right up to it. And I was just going to start banging on it. I was going to break his window. I was going to do... And then I was like, oh, it's very dusty. So I just stopped, and now people are beeping at me, and wrote, fuck you in the dust. In the window. All I thought is how pissed he'd be that the rest of the ride he's going to look in his mirror and just see that. My dumb finger printed fuck you on his back window.
Where's the video?
Well, I didn't have a camera yesterday.
You got an iPhone.
Well, that was only one. It would have been so much better if I did have video, because I don't see many people
it didn't happen.
Changing lanes from the lower level outer bridge lane to the inside underbridge of the 59th Street Bridge.
Nice.
You say it's impossible. I say...
How do you do that?
Exactly.
It's possible.
It's probably the first and foremost most dangerous thing I've ever done in my life.
How do you do that?
How do you do it?
I've never seen Danny more excited for anything. We're about to do it.
He's like, yeah, he's going to do it, he's going to do it. Yeah! Because it enters your brain when you're on that outer roadway, and you go, oh, man, wouldn't it be cool to try to get to the inner? And you go, no, that's crazy. I'd never do that.
How do you do it?
But how do you do it? And you got to explain it to the rest of the country. They don't even know this.
There are certain gaps every so often.
It's a lane that literally looks like it's going to fall into the river.
It's hanging on the edge of the bridge.
They just added a lane outside the bridge.
And there's a giant steel barrier between that.
Right.
And it's actually the superstructure of the bridge is between that lane and the actual lanes of the bridge traffic. But there are these minute little openings for, I guess, emergency vehicles or something.
It has to be for accidents.
They come up every so often. I saw one, and I'm like, I think I could squeak through there. And I make the turn, and now it's pretty blind when you're jumping onto that roadway, because you got the big girders to the 59th Street Bridge in your way. So you just kind of edge out a little, and then I finally saw. I was able to see. Got on that. Smooth sailing. We watched that outer bridge traffic, which was dead stopped, just flying by as we just went right on down that fucking road. And then we hit the expressway, which was then fine. But we saw the other way that was coming into Manhattan. It was backed up for probably 5 solid miles of bumper-to-bumper traffic. They shut down the Midtown Tunnel, which is a giant entrance to Manhattan. The only other way off the expressway to come into Manhattan is the 59th Street Bridge. But you got to go through side streets, pretty much, in Queens Plaza. Which is, it's not like this giant interchange where it's an on-ramp to get on a big bridge. And it's a little town.
And it's all lights, right?
All lights.
And you would think they would have cops at all those lights just going, you know what? If you're on one of these side streets right now, you're fucked. We got to keep the traffic moving.
Here's another thing people don't understand.
Do they have anybody out there?
On the way home they did, not on the way in.
Jesus,
and that was when it was really
stupid.
bad. And they people don't understand. Lights are completely fucking optional in these emergency circumstances. A cop is not going to give you a ticket for a fucking light when disaster is all over the place. So they don't know sometimes. Just go. Just fucking go. So that's my whole logic was just fucking, go.
Do you know, that's a weird thing. I was walking home from the gym yesterday, and that's how you know something was different, because it was on Amsterdam Avenue. It was all bumper to bumper, and I'm crossing, I have green to go, and cars are just slowly running the red light, and the guy's coming up on me, and I'm like, it's a fucking red light.
Yeah, sorry, Jim.
It was weird how that little weird thing breaks down.
Yeah.
Like he's just going to get where he's going to go and fuck it. And
no
you can start
mercy.
to see cracks.
No, yeah, there are some cracks starting.
Well, we said 3 days.
The gasoline situation.
Tomorrow's the
terrible.
day. Well, hold on. Before you move on to that, did you see the video of everyone pushing onto the city bus?
No. Bad?
Oh, boy, yeah.
Breaking down.
It's breaking down.
Breaking down.
And we said 3 days. People are cool and want to help their neighbors for 3 days. And then after that, forget it.
AC? Yeah.
Oh, after that, forget it. And yesterday, they they only have a few, city buses running yesterday.
Yeah, limited service.
And a lot of people needed to get on that fucking bus, and they were pushing and shoving and trying to push their friends.
Every bus we saw was jam packed with people.
Have you been downtown? I don't know how much gas, so I was like, I don't want to leave. I have not gone down.
I think I feel like if I jumped in my car and went downtown, and I like stormtrooping, I would get carjacked.
No,
just so they could charge their phone. Yeah, absolutely.
Think?
Yeah,
gotta have a piece on you.
Yeah,
you gotta get a piece.
I want to do that. I want to drive down.
People want to charge their phones, so they would do whatever it takes. Meaning they would take your car so they could fucking pop their phone.
A lot of these people with generators putting these big power strips out there and letting people come up and plug their phones in and shit.
Yeah,
which
but
is pretty goddamn cool.
That's for like 12 people.
Yeah, but if a bunch of people do it, it's better
I saw
than nothing.
one of those pictures in the paper that looked all nice, but there's so many more people trying to figure out how to fucking charge their phone.
I'm just waiting for a couple of days when guys just come swooping by with their arm out, grabbing all the cords and just running off with everybody's phone.
Good luck with that.
Yeah,
I think an old lady would chase you down with a hammer.
Yeah. It's getting to that point. It's getting a little ragged around the edges. It's getting a little blurry.
What's up with the gas situation? I retweeted your gas thing yesterday.
Yes. The gas, especially out on Long Island in Nassau County, some places in Westchester, Manhattan is pretty bad, in Jersey especially. They're just not getting these fuel deliveries. A lot of the stations where they pump the fuel into these big trucks had no power. The debris kept a lot of the big trucks from getting out onto Long Island and these other places. So there were 2 gas stations open in the entire driving radius of where I live. And they were mobbed, just lines and lines of fucking people.
Right.
And they're starting to yell at each other. You're hearing a lot of this. Hey, bro! Hey, bro! Bro! Hey, whoa, hold up. What are you doing? No, I'm pulling in there. Like a lot of these, like yelling is going on. And I come up with my big gas cans. I got like big gas cans for my generator. And what I do is I walk up to the gas pump. I put my gas cans down. And some people start looking like, hey, I'm fucking... And then the owner comes over, and I slip him a fucking deuce. I slip him a 20. And my credit card, so he could slip that thing in there, and start pumping. And he pumps it. Yes, my friend. Boom. Instant fucking first in line.
Wow.
We've reached the point where bribery is now taking hold, which is phase 2. Bribery. And being able to get what you need based on how much money you're willing to cough up and grease the people.
I swear to you, if you can't get things up and running in a week,
it's all over.
It's completely over.
It's fucking over. total
Within a week.
breakdown of society.
Tomorrow it's going to get ugly.
Trains are back today, though. There's limited service.
Limited, though.
Limited.
Limited.
They're letting
very
enough
limited.
They're letting enough progression news
But that's just-
out to let people know, oh, it's coming back.
But that's just enough to get the pushing and shoving going.
To try to keep
Because not
people
everyone's
from-
going to get
Right.
on those fucking trains.
Yes.
I heard cell phones are no good below like 39th Street. The cabbie today gave me a good schooling on the way in.
Did he?
He said people are taking cabs to 42nd Street
to
because
make phone calls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the towers down there in a lot of the cases are messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, they're walking over the 39th, to the 40th Street, and then they're good. Half the city's dark. It's the weirdest fucking
It is
I want to go
odd,
down
yeah.
tonight and see.
Yeah.
You see some of the pictures of the skyline where it's all lit up and then completely dark on the right side? It's amazing.
I wound up having to take the fucking Triborough in today. It was crazy. There was no way I was going to try that Queensboro again.
So the
I had to
mayor
drive
knew
way
he had to
north.
get some of these cars out of fucking Manhattan, so it's a carpooling situation. If you don't have a car with 3 people in it, they are turning you away,
But
and they're
they're-
not listening to anyone's fucking excuses.
No sob stories. They're all coming in before 6 now.
Well, that's-
Although I saw a lot of people when I was on the Parkway that were getting off onto the expressway to go to the
Right.
Queensboro, that they weren't fucking going to
Well,
make
of course they're coming in before 6.
Yeah.
I mean, because they can't find 2 dummies to ride in with them.
I know, but I mean, of course, that's why I'm thinking the mayor should just make it 3 people regardless of the fucking time.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's an emergency. You can't have the gridlock like we had yesterday. You can't fucking have it. It's insanity.
And he's still going to have a lot of cars because people will beat the curfew.
When you have emergency vehicles sitting in traffic,
First
like that,
responders.
First responders.
Who, by the way, are going through their own shit.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being a first responder where your house is completely destroyed, but you got to help everyone else out first.
I think it's therapeutic. I think it kind of keeps your mind off of things.
So weird, though.
There's only so much you could do. You got to wait for insurance
Because
companies.
you're trained to take care of people
Yeah.
and property, and you can't take care of your own people and property first.
I've spoken to a few.
So strange.
A few people that are in that
God
situation.
bless those guys, is what I want to say.
Yeah, I've
and
spoken to a
gals.
few
and
people
gals.
in that situation.
We're making the
they've all
muffins.
said that they it takes their mind off of it. It takes their mind off of their own bullshit when they got to dig in there and help other people out.
We got a marathon. They're going to run it anyway.
Sunday, right?
Why would you run the marathon? I used to love running.
Bloomberg
too.
said it's good for the economy. There's all these small businesses that make money.
All right. Well,
That's true.
I guess you can't delay it because the top runners go elsewhere after the marathon.
Yeah.
So
I guess Con Ed is turning power on to the people in Manhattan and Lower Manhattan. They're kind of getting it on there.
you mean that
really?
monopoly called Con Ed?
Don't con me, Ed. Yes, Con
It's a bit
Ed.
of a monopoly there. And people question if their equipment is up to standards,
It is hard to
up to
have
current standards.
a choice in power companies where you live because, I mean, it's with an infrastructure in place and it's kind of hard to have a competing power company, any...
But
place.
why would you upgrade all your shit if you're a monopoly?
Well, exactly, yeah.
Why would you?
I guess to keep people from fucking hating you. But,
Yeah.
But you would
that's
do
about
my point is you would do the bare minimum.
do the bare minimum.
Why would you do it a complete upgrade?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You have no competition. And
Never
that
thought.
costs a lot of money. That takes away from the profits. I never understood that, monopolies like that.
I was watching Bill O'Reilly, and he was talking about Long Island because he lives on Long Island and the power structure in Nassau County,
Right.
Which is where I live also, and how Nassau County pays the highest taxes in the country as a town, as a county. It's the highest fucking taxes in the country. They're huge taxes. Yet they don't have the money to upgrade the infrastructure. The power is constantly going out in Nassau County. Constantly. And it shouldn't be that way. But there's just no money. And when you're paying that much in taxes and there's no money left to do something, there's a problem.
Of course.
Yeah, where's your
Someone's
money going?
fucking with the money.
Where-
Where's your money going?
Yes.
We don't know where our money goes.
Yeah, that's and that
Most people
seems to
have
be-
no idea where
And
our
that seems
money
to be
goes.
a giant fucking problem.
Dude, my years of living on Long Island, even just a little windstorm, fucking lights went out
Always
all
knocks
over the
out the
place.
power.
Always.
It's terrible. So I'm still on generator power. I wake up in the middle of the night, pour some gas in, go back to sleep, wake up in the morning, pour some gas in, leave. It's...
That's just like someone going, hey, you know what? I'm going to spend today trying to find where my house floated to."
Exactly. It's just like it. We all have our crosses to bear.
We all have our stories.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't have a story. I feel kind of guilty. I have
lucky.
I have survivor guilt. I have survivor guilt.
Yeah, so it's still really fucking.
The pictures and the
crazy
video
out there.
coming in,
Yeah.
my God, they still haven't shown everything.
Yeah,
It's amazing. The images are just unbelievable.
yeah. I guess LaGuardia's opening later.
Like Jersey Shore, it's basically been completely destroyed.
Just gone. All the little attractions and whatnot.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah. I passed by LaGuardia before when I was coming in on the Parkway, and
Still a lake.
oh my God, you look out, and I guess they're going to open it for limited service at 7.
Yeah.
They said.
Yeah.
But there are certain areas that are just fucking completely underwater. It's amazing. It looks like part of the bay is just up to the highway.
And is that where the bay's going to be now? You think?
I don't know. They got to pump
Because
that
the old
shit
days, the old days, this shit would happen. Like, oh, I guess we got a new lake.
out. Yeah, let's redraw the maps.
But now we try to like put it all back to how it was.
Yeah, we like things the way they were. We like things the way we're used to.
I don't think that's how it was at the turn of the century. It's
No.
like, oh, looks like I now got oceanfront property. Cool.
Yeah.
Some depressing stuff on the news yesterday, man.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, it's terrible.
The woman whose fucking 2 kids.
Yeah, that's just.
The car, they were in a car, and the car got like flipped over or something.
Yeah.
And she was holding her kids, her babies, and a fucking wave came and took them.
Yeek.
And I'm like, anyone, if you're really still going to church and thanking God for your good luck, you're fucking dumb.
Works in mysterious ways, Jim. Mysterious ways.
Even if he is
There's
there,
a reason
I'm
he-
sorry, he's a shithead.
There's a reason he did that.
Mysterious ways.
We just don't understand
Oh,
it.
God, was it irritating.
He needed 2 little angels.
That's all I thought of watching the news yesterday.
Yeah.
I know people got their religion, and good for you guys, but like, how do you how does that wash in your fucking brain?
It's hard to have faith
Yeah.
at times when you see some of the shit that goes down. I
Yep.
completely agree with you.
Thank God for saving my business. I understand that emotion. But really? So God's like, hey, do I save that hardware store or those 2 kids?
Right.
Yeah, let her hold the kids for a minute and then fuck it, I'll have a wave knock. Can you have anything more
Yeah.
biblical than a wave taking your
That's
babies?
pretty bad.
Let's give her a little hope, and then we're going to yank those 2 kids away from her.
Oh, my
That
God.
really annoyed me.
But she'll be in church probably. There's the bus video. That was,
Oh, man.
Referencing.
Good luck. Look at it. It's a fucking
look at people are like, fuck.
Wow.
I think we're really lucky that tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, because the 3-day rule. We'll put up with shit for 3 days as humans, and then
A
after
weekend,
that, fuck
people put up with a weekend, too, because you
Well,
can
the
just sit
weekend's
back and
easy.
drink and not have to worry about getting to work.
Yeah, the weekend's a little easier, but
Yeah.
one more day of work. Tomorrow could be a little ugly.
Yeah.
And then we'll take a little break, and then Monday, hopefully, we're on our way.
Hopefully shit gets taken care of, yeah.
I got to fly tomorrow. We're going to JFK.
You should leave now.
I know.
That's going to be a nightmare ride. Across town to JFK. How many trees are down on Long Island? I want to get out there so badly.
There's a lot of trees down, but a lot of them are cut off where they were crossing the roads and shit. So you'll see giant trunks of trees on the sides of the road, kind of edging into the road a little bit, but then they're just sawn off completely straight where the big branches were in the road. So a lot of that's cleared out. A lot of wires still down. There's even by my house, they got these giant it looks like a big tangled mess of wires, like spider webs,
right,
hanging in the street with police tape crisscrossing all over it so people don't crash into them.
Man.
But a lot of fucking wires still down, yeah.
Are you tired of the power being out in your area with the taxes you guys pay?
Yeah,
it's fucking enraging.
It really is enraging. It's LIPA said, because people have been bitching, so they sent out emails to everybody,
right,
because they haven't seen any LIPA cruiser trucks anywhere fixing this shit.
Right.
So they say that they're first, what we need to do is get the infrastructure going in the substation. That's where our workers have been. And then by today, later on today, you're going to see the trucks as they branch out to get into the neighborhoods.
Let me ask you, a lot of people being inconvenienced with their power out. Now, when their bill comes in, do they get to write it off a little bit? How does that work?
I gather the power they weren't using, but all those little taxes and things and charges and equipment fees, those are, you got to pay that shit.
And this is what the shit that drives me nuts on a daily basis. But if you fuck up, and if your bill is late or something, they'll kill you, right?
Say, hey, the storm.
Right.
I'll pay my bill late, and then just go, I'll send a note and say, hey, it was the storm. I couldn't pay you.
They won't even pay attention to that.
But wait, because of the storm, you couldn't give me power, so because of the storm, I can't give you money. We were all evens out.
So how do the people get power? Meaning power, like where we go, you know what, fuck you, you inconvenience me and my family for 2 weeks, I'm not paying you the full fucking nut.
You don't.
Of course
There's
not.
no way to get any fucking juice with these
It
people.
drives me insane,
Literally.
though, that it
Or
only works
figuratively.
one way.
Yeah.
The legal system is the only way, or you drag them out in the street and beat them to death.
Yeah.
But the legal system is the only
A
way.
bloody revolution.
I don't know how
A
it got to the
bloody,
point
coup.
where we have no control over this shit as a populace. You know,
Yeah.
I don't understand that. You know, fucking them lighting up the toll booths yesterday when all of Jersey was dark.
Yeah.
The people should have fucking ripped the toll booths down.
We're just driven through them without paying.
Well, then they get you. You know, with the license plates. You know, they got the cameras and they got the, you know, the Easy Pass shit. They're gonna get you.
And today with mass transit all fucked up still because of the storm, I heard, but they go, alternate side is suspended, but feed those meters. So they're going to have their fucking parking cunts out on the road.
Of course they will.
Writing tickets
Of course
for
they will.
parking meters, even though people have to drive in because there's no mass transit. They're still going to ticket everybody.
We can't even do the right thing when a disaster hits.
No.
How
You know,
great would it be
LIPA
if-
is inconveniencing a lot of fucking people,
Yeah.
but make sure you get your bill paid on time,
Pay the
man.
bill, pay the meters,
They'll
pay your
fuck you.
tolls.
I hope a parking meter person, something really bad happens to them.
I hope that crane on 57th Street goes right through their head.
Oh, would that be great?
Or if, imagine if it fell on a busload of parking meter people. But no, I mean, just mean if somebody in the public is just like, look, and then just fucking decides to beat one of them to death.
Yeah,
How great would that
yeah.
be?
I got to point out that you were almost right about the crane thing. Almost right.
What do you mean?
And there was a solution that none of us thought of. They are going to build another crane to get the dangling crane down.
Off another building.
Off the top of that building.
Ah. So they're
You
using
said
the
they were going
building.
to build a crane right next to it.
Well, I mean, on the building, but I mean, they'll have to go up on, like, on the other side of the building.
No, supposedly they're going to build it on top of the actual
How are they going to
building.
get the stuff up there?
I don't know.
Whoa.
To be honest with you, I have no
With
idea.
a crane.
But that's what
Right.
but that's what they said
Okay.
yesterday. So they're going to build a crane on top of the building to get rid of the dangling
Interesting.
But I wonder if they're going to do it. Do they have to build like a lot of those cranes? They can do it by them. They build themselves up. It's a genius system. And I don't
Yeah,
understand how
yeah,
it works.
yeah.
But there's got to be a way to get all that equipment because you can't get crane equipment onto the top of that building without a crane.
No.
I don't know.
Is there any crane experts?
I don't know the ins and outs of it, but they did say in the
Mr.
news
Miyagi.
that they're going to build the crane on top of the building.
I wonder when that will be done because I'm thinking Christmas rush and like Midtown. Like,
they got it, yeah.
Dude, it can't be snarled like that.
It was pretty cool. We were driving home yesterday and looked at the crane behind us, and Danny said, he looked out the back window and goes, I feel like I'm looking at a celebrity.
It is really.
It's like, because you see it, it's like, I saw that on the news.
Yeah, man, and wherever you look in Manhattan, you can see it. Mm-hmm. The angles on that thing are wild.
Yeah.
Wow, that dangling,
It's famous.
limp dick of a crane. On a side note, I saw Michio Kaku yesterday. I was thinking, why didn't we get him on the show? Because he knows about these, superstorms. Maybe we could get him on today. And I said hi to him, and he runs away.
Did he really?
Does he hate us?
No, he's
or his brain is
petrified.
fucked up.
Jimmy's noticed he's just afraid.
He walks really fast, and we slow down. We were heading out to do a little that trick or treating. I ran into Jimmy actually.
Aw.
And right after I saw you, I saw Michio Kaku. We were walking up the hill together, and all of a sudden I just said, "Hey, Michio, Opie from Opie and Anthony." Hey, like Jimmy does. Hey.
Hi.
And I go, "This is my kid. I'm trying to like have a personal moment with him because he's been on our show a shitload."
No.
And he looks down at the kid like, and then he just takes off. I don't even know what he said.
He is Mr.
He is a
Scaredy
weirdo.
Cat.
Yeah,
He
he's-
really is.
But his whole thing is he's thinking of string theory. Like
All the
that's what he
time.
does.
Before
all
he
the
caught up
time.
with us, I saw that he was practicing something as he's walking really fast
Oh, he
because he
was?
was using his hands.
Oh boy, it's just always his mind is working. He doesn't have that capability of looking out for danger or something, so he must constantly think he's in danger because his mind is working on other things.
Always busy.
That part of his brain is just dead.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
one of those
yeah.
people.
So he just gets afraid.
He's probably he's probably has autism.
I was
He's probably an
thinking-
adult.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people go, where do these autistic kids go, and what do they become? They
Yeah.
become that type of person, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he has no sense of fucking socializing or
Nothing.
or having just a normal conversation.
Right.
He was probably practicing dumbing something down. Like as he was walking, he was thinking of, and the storm is like a very angry mommy. And the people are like little babies, and the mommy cuts downtown is in a time out.
Time out. Here you go. Here we go. Yeah, we got to take some phone calls today. Ryan in Jersey, go ahead.
Right, so I haven't had fucking power since Monday night, and I'm looking all around my fucking blocks, and everyone has power now. All the lights are back up, but just one block that I'm on doesn't have power. So I called PSE&G, and I'm fucking killing them over the phone. First of all, I don't like when they say, my name is Mr. Miller, but he won't tell you his first name like a jerk-off.
Right.
So I said, just trying to fight with him. When the fuck is someone going to come out here? We don't know, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, well, how much is the credit going to be on my bill for the outage? And he goes, well, we didn't cause this hurricane, sir, so we don't do credits.
Isn't that amazing?
But just a quick contract.
And they're a monopoly, so you can't go, well, fuck you. I'm canceling my service today, and I'm going with the other guy. You don't have a choice, which drives me nuts. But this is America, right?
Yeah. That's what I said to the dude. I said, you're the only game in town, so I guess I got to take it until you get here. But AT&T service has been shitty since the hurricane because the towers got beat up. I called them and I said, service is shitty. Within a minute of calling, $50 credit to my next bill. Sorry about it. Hopefully it gets better.
Because there's competition for them.
They teamed up with Verizon, too, AT&T.
To do what? Ruin Verizon? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, during this, to use some of Verizon's towers and shit, so.
All right, Ryan.
Guess they're buddies.
Not the correct answer. It's T-Mobile.
T-Mobile. Sorry. Go fuck yourself.
But you know what? It's because they have competition, Ryan. That's why. They know you can go elsewhere.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Adrian from our fine hometown of Huntington, Long Island. Adrian, what's up?
Hey. What's going on, boys?
Hey, buddy.
Hi, girl name?
Yeah. I thought maybe you fell on the fucking feed bag in the pet store.
Just before the storm hit, Lightning accidentally disconnected my power to my house.
Oh.
And it took them 6 days to get the power back on.
6 days for accidentally disconnecting it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got their issues there, LIPA.
Terrible.
Oh.
We'll see what happens. I guess the 744,000 outages left on Long Island through LIPA. They had 900-something thousand, so do a little bit of math. That's, 20, 30 people.
Look, I understand they're in a tough spot. They're in a tough spot, obviously. Yeah. But where's the credits for the people that are
you gotta give them some credit. You gotta give them some credit.
They're going to use helicopters to get the crane up on the top of that building.
You want to see helicopters?
Really?
How cool. I got to see that.
Because that's got to be one of them heavy-duty fucking helicopters.
Probably bring in one of those heavy-duty helicopters, drop some of that crane shit up there.
On the roof.
Wow. Okay.
That's what a few people are saying, so I'm assuming
Imagine
that's
a helicopter with a crane attached to it crashing in the city.
How long does it take them to build a crane up? Like, when you bring one of those giant fuckers in, I thought they had a system where they could kind of, I don't know how it works, obviously. I don't need to say I don't know how it works.
Yes.
I'm saying the crane builds itself.
Yes. No, what they have is like this core girder thing, and it's in increments. And then the crane actually can lift itself up to the top of that segment. They pop another segment on, and the crane lifts itself up on that one. So it's constantly getting higher and higher as the building gets bigger. So I'm guessing they'll probably put some kind of, they'll take a lot of time to put the base up and do all that construction, and then they'll helicopter the main heavy part in.
How the fuck do they build buildings like a mere 30, 40 years ago?
I know, right?
Because this new crane shit is very new.
It's just people with fucking I-beams and pulleys.
Where the crane's on top of the massive skyscraper, but it's only 1 story high.
Yeah.
And then the crane just grows with the building.
It grows with the building, yeah.
That's not how it used to be done, man.
No. They used to build these giant
And that's why it took
cranes.
so much longer to build buildings in general. Tom in Manhattan, what's up, buddy?
Hey guys, what's up? One of the ways you stop being a whore to these goddamn electrical companies is you got to push elected officials to start getting solar power. But the problem is these electric companies pump so much money into these officials' back pockets. They don't want solar power because it gives us energy independence.
Solar is not economical enough right now. It's not. It's not reliable enough. It's not.
No, that's the bullshit. The electric companies are feeding.
Man,
I kind of agree with this guy. I think they've been able to fucking push down the solar companies because they're so. Well, Tom's going to tell everybody because we're listening to his radio show now. Don't want to interrupt him.
What he wants to do
he really knows about solar power.
Independent household.
Right.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They're just using us like
of course.
Toys. That's it.
Man.
All right.
Bless you guys, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Why wouldn't let me if solar energy is so economical and so easy to install and use and cost effective, why aren't the major power companies investing in it putting it into their grid and then charging us money to have it. If it's easier and faster and more economical than what we're used to using for fuel for these power companies, it would be advantageous for them to build solar power and then charge us the amount they're charging us now, and they would save money. So why the fuck isn't that happening?
Probably because they have to rebuild their entire system.
It would be a great investment.
Maybe they don't
Great
think
investment.
so.
Well, why would it? This guy...
All you have to do is break this shit way the fuck down. In the year 2012, really does it make sense to fucking
where we are?
Power everything like we do? When the sun is right there, we couldn't figure this shit out a long time ago. We're pretty much using the same shit we did fucking 40, 50 years ago. Pretty much.
Solar power is pretty much based on battery power. It doesn't go right from the sun to your fucking thing. It goes from the sun to some kind of storage device and then out. It's just not economical.
But as a society, we can't figure this shit out.
I think we can.
It's ridiculous.
And he is right. Once the second the last drop of oil comes out of the ground, we will have the best, newest power system ever.
And I do have an answer for you. Why do they have the power lines still above the fucking roads? Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
I have no idea.
When everyone knows they should be underground, right?
Underground.
They know that's too much money.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they're not doing it.
It would cost a fuckload.
It would cost a shitload, and that's the only reason they don't do it. Everyone knows it's stupid to have power lines above the ground. Everyone. But they continue to do it that way.
It's also the oil companies. There's a lot of influence from the Saudis and all these people that have a tremendous amount of money. I mean, they really do, spend a lot of money to keep gas. That's not an accident. I mean, there's just way too much money behind it, and that's not paranoid. That's just business.
I guess we need more companies like Solyndra that could.
They didn't do a good job.
That's right.
But the Saudis, it's not in their best interest for America
solar power,
to
right?
Get into solar power. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And I would imagine, I don't know the ins and outs, but they got, like Jimmy said, a huge influence on the whole fucking thing. Let's see. So they're going to use the helicopter for the crane.
Yeah.
You know what?
Solar. Okay.
Fair enough. This guy's saying you're right on it.
No.
Bill in Atlanta.
Hello,
Hey,
Bill.
how are you doing?
Hey, Bill.
Hello, Anthony. How are you this morning?
Okay.
So I'm an engineer here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, how are the trains running?
The trains are splendid.
Oh, right.
Lovely.
Engineer.
So the deal is this. Maximum efficiency of a solar cell right now is around 19%.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy and Opie are right. There is some money in the oil industry that's preventing some of these things. But the fact of the matter is that when you put a solar cell into a panel, you lose efficiency. So the maximum efficiency we can get out of panels right now is about 16.5%.
That's not very good.
But why? Hold on.
It's terrible.
All right, it sounds
terrible.
all right. Can we have a discussion about this? So why is it that we can make our fucking smartphones so goddamn powerful, but we can't figure out how to make that more efficient?
Well, Opie, you're talking about a small level of power versus a giant power grid,
Right?
And in order to get a farm to make a grid to power a major area like New York City, the investment wouldn't be worth the return.
So why can't we make that shit a lot smaller yet?
You certainly could, and areas in the Southwest do have those grids, but it's just not, the technology's not there.
There's
Just
only
not there.
so many photons that are going to hit a fucking panel.
And that's on a good day.
That's on a good day.
So-
So if you make a small panel, there's still only so many fucking photons that are hitting it.
And the photons have to do more. For how long have these photons been getting away with doing nothing?
Why do we have to build everything flat to the ground? Why can't we start building them upwards?
All right.
Why don't we get
Game.
Why don't we get the stupid Apple people away from these dumb mini iPads and work on this instead?
Listen, Opie, the technology is the best that we can push it. We're doing thin films. We're doing other things with oxide layers and things that are really boring. But the fact of the matter is that we cannot get the amount of power out.
Hold on, sir.
My question is this. I feel like it's not a huge priority, and that's why it's taken a while to fucking figure this shit out.
There are limitations in the technology. Here's a kind of an example of what this is like. A solar panel, as opposed to take a water wheel and the paddles on it are the size of playing cards in a river. It's not that efficient.
Right.
Because you only have so much surface area.
Right.
If you have a giant paddle on it, it's going to be more efficient and use the power of the water better. Solar panels, the same thing. You need giant panels to soak up the energy that the sun is giving off. There's a lot of wasted energy with the sun.
Right.
It's at the point we're at right now. It's very difficult to efficiently harness the power of the sun, even though it's all over the fucking place.
We got some bright people out there.
I hear you. But it ain't there yet. And it's not the oil companies, and it's not the power companies. It's a limitation on the technology right now.
All right.
And Opie, real quick, and I'll get off. There's not a concerted effort to stifle solar. We're trying here. The technology is not there. And the fact of the matter is that for a decade or so, it's going to have to be fossil fuels. And I agree we could have more efficient ways of delivering fossil fuels and other technologies and clean coal that Obama has decided to cut out of the equation like an idiot. But that's a different conversation. The solar efficiency just isn't there, man.
Well, we've talked about it, and if you're one of those guys that thinks photons are doing all they can, you don't understand what's really happening. Photons are lazy.
He hates the photons.
They hang out 3 or 4 on a panel doing nothing.
Nothing.
They're lazy bastards.
And they fucking assault other energy producers.
Do they?
I don't know. I hate those fucking photons.
Anthony, because it's just not there yet, guys.
All right,
but you sound like a photon lover.
Thanks, Bill.
Don't bring one home.
You updated my info on solar power today. Thanks, Bill.
Sure.
Thanks. All right. Have a good day, guys.
Now this guy, and I think we kind of said it, he works for the utility company, so he's going to defend them, of course. He says when the meter isn't spinning, they aren't making money, they can't give you a credit. I get that.
Well,
but you're depending on them for power, and you're not getting your power.
And
so they owe you something, is what I'm saying.
And we're still paying fucking service charges for the equipment that isn't working. Your bill isn't just the money for the power you're using.
Let's go, Steve. What do you got, buddy?
Well, you hit the nail right on the head. But I'm not defending them. I'm just, they sell a product to you. They meter it with a meter that's on your house or however you guys do it down there. And they can't make any money if it's not spinning. So it's to their benefit that they get the power hooked back up.
Yeah,
so they can start profiting.
So are they going to credit me for the equipment usage charges and the line charges and all those other little charges that are on my bill aside from the power?
I don't think that they can charge you for all that stuff if it's not in use.
Oh, they can. They can, and they will.
And they will, right?
It'll be on that fucking bill.
Bring in your bill.
Sure.
We'll prove
Hello,
it.
Bill.
Don't forget, bring in your bill when the power gets back on, or your next bill, and I guarantee all those charges are still on.
Yeah, they'll still be there.
It's an act of God. That's what they'll say. It's an act of God. It's not a failure on their part.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes, not getting your bill in on time is an act of God and not my fucking fault.
But that's what they'll say.
I know, but it never works the other way, does it?
Correcto mundo.
Never.
You're providing a service and you don't have the service, so, you should be able to do something about that.
Thank you for your service.
Maybe you guys do things a little differently down there than we do up here, because I don't think it's that way. But then again, my lights only flickered.
New York is a motherfucker when it comes to everything. They just nickel and dime you to death.
Yes, they do. A bunch of taxes, fees.
No one walks around with change in this city, man. No one, because it's taken away from you as soon as you leave the fucking house.
Yeah.
This place stinks. They nickel and dime the shit out of you. Sin tax, this blah blah, this service charge.
It's
blah,
insanity.
Blah, blah.
Really is. How's E-Rock? Is he in?
Oh yeah.
All right.
E-Rock, what happened? How did you get into work today?
A lot of people wondering how he got in. If the county came and cleared those giant fucking log flume size pieces of lumber.
We'll make this fast, E-Rock. We'll make this fast. He's like, we don't have 2.5 hours to kill on this today. Just an update.
E-Rock, update.
The county came and moved it.
Moved the branch?
Yeah. Yep, and later in the afternoon, they came and put my power on.
Oh. So you're able to get out and help your family?
Yeah.
Did you go and help the family?
Yes, I did.
Where'd you go?
Breezy Point and Bell Harbor.
How'd it look?
Horrible.
Oh, man.
Where are the pictures?
Throw up Apple TV, I'll show you.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I would love to see the pictures from Iraq's view.
Apu TV.
Apu.
Oh, there's some.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. That's fucking sad.
Can I see Sam instead of just enjoying it like at your house?
In between people's houses, a lot of water.
Did you tweet this shit, Iraq?
No. This one.
You tweeted this one.
Wow. Oh, just the one on that one, yeah.
Boy, those people ain't got no backyards, huh?
In Breezy, no. All the streets are just sidewalks.
I mean, even before, yeah. So
wait, what is that? That's for your neighborhood?
That's where that's my sister's neighborhood.
Oh. So she did all right.
She got a lot of...
Considering is what I'm saying.
Considering her house is standing, we don't know how the foundation will last, and
yeah, that water was probably
2 blocks away,
5
110 houses were all leveled and incinerated.
So each other's backyards, what's normally they're just sidewalk, you said?
They're just sidewalks in this community, yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
So they're just looking at each other all day on the backyard porch?
Jimmy's like, I don't think I'd like that.
No.
Your neighbor's just like, hi, neighbor.
I'm going to go out in the yard. Hi. Jesus, you again.
Right next to my face.
Yeah, but then they got the nice beach over there and stuff. Or used to. Now the beach is somewhere else.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
How are they going to, clear all that sand?
It's just amazing. Travis went back to his place yesterday, and the amount of sand...
There's 3 feet of sand on the road.
Wow.
The road is now
3 feet.
3 feet of sand. Let me show you.
So how are they going to clear that?
And the water level was up to what? Where you almost your top of your head.
Yeah, hang on. I'll put a picture.
You could see the mud mark on the side of the tide mark on the side of the buildings, and it was up about as tall as Travis.
What tunnel that they're looking at? It's still got water in it. Brooklyn Battery?
That's probably
Battery and Hudson and Midtown still have water.
Midtown Tunnel is fucked.
Midtown got water too, huh?
I don't understand how.
I don't either on that one.
It's underwater.
I know, it's always underwater, right?
Yeah.
See, they just open the top and push it back in. There you go.
Come on, get it out of there.
Just blow.
That's how high.
Oh, yeah. That's how high it was. See the mark?
Wow.
It's like up to his eyes.
What a ghoul you look like.
I know, right?
I'm walking around,
Oh.
Is it making you depressed?
Yeah, you really don't see how bad it is until you actually go there.
There's the boardwalk.
Are you going to stay there?
It's gone.
Not right now. We can't.
No, I know that. I mean, are you going to try to find another place to live, or you're going to try to
we'll go
stick
back.
it out?
There's no reason to not go back. I mean,
Travis and family are staying at the now freezing Chateau Cumia.
Is it cold?
Oh, fuck, it's getting cold.
It's getting there.
Yes. Brr.
This was outside the apartment. Somebody bought a generator, and everybody is just charging the phone.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, a lot of wires.
I was going to say that's so cool. Well,
yeah,
what I mean is,
no, I know exactly.
When I see stuff I've never seen before, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was saying when I saw that picture last night, if you looked at that picture years ago, you'd be like, what is that?
Right.
Why? What is that? Like a big thing of wires and little fucking rectangular things that people need? What?
Yeah, this is how much sand.
Phones are so fucking... When you're in a situation like this, like blackout and shit like that, it's so weird because it was almost like having attachment on your utility belt. You need a flashlight. You got it on your phone. You're walking around with the flashlight. And then you need to communicate. You need to get news. Like it's all right there. It does make these situations a little easier to deal with.
We can't figure out solar energy?
No. Sorry.
Something about that doesn't seem right to me. I know Bill just educated the shit out of me, but...
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, that's how much sand.
That's 3 feet of sand just on the street.
Up to the middle of a fire hydrant right there.
We're walking back to the car, bringing stuff, and I tell my daughter, I'm like, all right, hold my hand while we're crossing the street. She's like, we're not on the street, it's the sand, silly. No, you have no idea what's going on here.
I hope you administered some serious discipline for that lack of respect. She's going to grow up to be a problem kid if you don't show some... Don't let her talk to you that way, Travis.
I think in this situation, you can't just put it back to how it used to be.
No.
I don't know.
How are you going to get all that sand out off the road?
What is that right there we're looking at?
That's
collapsed
a
building
lifeguard station.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That thing is collapsed.
Yeah, but they don't build those,
yeah, they're just kind of there.
Those type of things were
That's your neighborhood?
Flimsy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your building behind it?
No, my building's... I'll show you my building.
Kind of looks like that, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you close to the water?
Yeah, I'm a half block from the water.
That's like fucking... Laszlo apparently stuck it out on Long Beach, and just...
What a lunatic.
I know.
Did he catch a few waves?
He probably surfed.
That lunatic?
Nut. But he actually had to come up to a certain point in north on Long Island to update his webpage because he has no power, internet, nothing down there, no cell phone service. So he drove up a little north on Long Island, posted something on his website, and went back down. But how's his house? Said it was just Long Beach is completely devastated.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's where we went for.
For Amy's
we bumped
party.
into him that day.
Yeah. They were all down there on the beach having fun.
Wonder how bad her mom's place is. I'm going to see Amy tomorrow. I'll ask her.
That was right on the beach.
Right on the beach?
Right on the beach. We walked from the pool to the fucking beach, and it took us a minute. It was nothing.
Oh, forget it.
Yeah. Oh, little Riley.
She's having fun.
She doesn't know. She's
no
just
idea.
smiling.
Well, I hope you tell her to quit having fun and you explain the fiscal damage.
Yes, that's what a child wants to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's sad, Dada. This is the economy being ruined.
Wow.
She just yells at me all day, and I have no idea what she's saying.
Get out or get away, probably.
What did she say yesterday? She goes, "You're a butt licker."
Yeah. She called you a bum sucker.
A bum sucker.
She's just putting two words together.
Yeah, she goes, "You're a bum sucker." Oh, Jesus. Wait a minute. She'll leave my door closed.
Yeah, Anthony's wondering, what is queepy? Why does she call me queepy?
Queepy.
That's the back of our building right now, which is about 5 feet of water.
Wow.
Jeez.
Man.
And there's people that live down there in those windows?
Yeah, the super lives down there.
Oh, well.
Which really...
Do you like him?
Yeah, he's great.
So his apartment's ruined.
Gone, yeah.
Man. Yeah, you're on the 5th floor, so you're
I'm on the 5th
right?
floor, yeah. We went back yesterday, and everything in our apartment's okay.
Would you have spoiled food or not even?
Yeah, I mean, we cleaned out the...
Sparrow. That was our traffic yesterday. Oh man, go back to
it.
That was yesterday coming on to First Avenue, trying to get to the 59th Street Bridge. It was infuriating. At that point, I popped over the curb and the median as quickly as I could, so I didn't have to merge. Once that railing to my left disappeared and it was a cement median, I jumped right over it and became part of the problem of merging.
So wait, let me ask you, that median, right, that's First Avenue and what? Oh, that's coming out by the, don't tell me, by the fucking, by 40th?
UN around there somewhere.
Around there, yeah.
So I came down there, and when we made that turn and I looked down first, I almost started crying. Dead stop, just fucking... knowing that it was going to be hours before we even saw the bridge.
10 to 12 minutes a block, at least.
At least, yeah. Just insanity.
And that's not rush hour, by the way. That's 10:30 in the morning.
That was the morning.
10:30 in the morning.
That was the morning. A lot later than 10:30 because it took a long time just to get there.
Just to get to that point.
I tried to going down 57th at one point, and then that wasn't moving, 56th, and I just kept going down to 40th. I was going the opposite way I needed to go because nothing was moving.
You guys should just stay in the city. You got a place here. Why are you dealing with that?
I had to be home. There were things that needed to be done.
And you got to protect your shit from looters.
Protect my shit. Keep that generator running. Keep my fucking house alive, active. Shit like that.
Make sure the taps are good.
Make sure
running out of beer.
Make sure that I went out on a beer run last night when I'm on bottled beer. I went down to the gas station. I got some gas. The owner
on bottled beer.
The owner said he had 1 to 1.5 hours of
I'm praying
gas
I don't have to
left
go to
in his
Cans.
tanks. And he's not getting his delivery for 3 days. And those were the only 2 gas stations that were open. The one that I was getting gas at had signs up front that said no gas. There was another one just packed with yelling people.
I got intel this morning from the cabbie, and according to the cabbie, he said that the Hess line is 3 hours. It's not that. He said it's from 30 to 45th. It's like 6 blocks, but it's 3 cars deep, all waiting for gas.
Whoa, man!
Wow.
And he said that what happened was the stations where the gas comes in from, the trucks can't get it.
They can't get to it.
That was damaged, and that's why. Hopefully that'll be fixed soon.
Yeah, they said that part of the quandary also is there's gas stations that have gas in their tanks with no power, and then gas stations that have the power and no gas in their tanks.
Yeah.
So figure that one out.
I've been saying to everybody it's a real comedy of errors, and they've been going, that's a great way to put it, sir.
And then they punch you in the face.
Yeah, what the fuck does that mean?
A comedy of errors.
Yeah, easy, madam.
Oh,
what is this guy talking about? Hoboken got destroyed.
Are dry,
huh?
so the evacuations, they have essentially ceased. That's the good news. But the bad news is the power is still out, and people obviously getting a little bit cold. Temperatures right now down into the 40s. Now, yesterday morning, this was also...
Yeah, Hoboken got
clobbered, man.
Jersey got fucked. It's amazing.
Hoboken,
Jersey got fucked.
It's right on the other side of the river.
I don't have enough fucking gas. I'll make sure. I mean, my sister's doing okay. I think my family is too, but I can't even go into Jersey because I've literally. I remember the night before the storm. I'm like, I should probably get some gas. I have no gas.
Where are they living? What happened to their homes? Everything good?
Yeah, they're okay.
That's
Mom
the
and Dad's
one
home
thing.
is okay.
Yeah, I haven't talked. My sister said yes. I texted them.
They just don't have power like everyone else.
Yeah,
it's all about the fucking gasoline right now, man. Out on Long Island, especially. And I like the people. Enough of your fucking suggestions. Let me tell you, Anthony, here in Westchester, I got a station. There's no lines. I was like, yeah, I'm not in fucking Westchester, you dunce.
I know there's places in Medina, Ohio that are great too.
Yeah, no lines and plenty of cheap gas. Sorry, I'm in Nassau County, dickwad.
With the bumper-to-bumper traffic, by the time you get to Westchester and back home, you'll be on empty.
Yeah. So enough. Enough giving me suggestions of where you live, where the gas stations are really nice.
You know what you got to do? What? You go there, you buy some extra gas, you put it in your hand, you put it in your pocket.
Can we go to break?
Yeah, our food's here. It's nice and warm. Let's eat warm food this morning.
Fill up your hands with gas.
Jesus. I've been eating hot dogs off my grill.
Oh.
Fucking terrible.
They are.
Oh, I just cooked up some hot dogs outside on my grill last night.
Well, you must be enchanting hot dog burps and cranky ass.
And fucking beer, bottled beer.
Oh, man, you've been inconvenienced.
At least you got a grill.
That's just like eating bread and butter as you search for your loved ones.
I'm not in the least saying it's bad.
Just doing a bit.
It is a little inconvenient.
I know.
It is a little inconvenient.
Well, everyone has their level of inconvenience.
But the truth of the matter is, with the generator going, the amount, like every day I plug in another little thing, another little light or something. So the house is lit up really nice. We have every bit of television and internet. It's not interrupted at all. On demand, cable, everything. And plenty of food, refrigerator, all that shit. So
I know people will twist this shit, but I really, really liked seeing Romney and fucking Governor Christie.
Yeah. You mean Obama?
What did I just say?
Romney.
Oh,
Romney. Wow.
Oh, wow.
No, I know because I'm used to Christie and Romney.
Yeah.
Christie basically fucked over Romney by doing this.
He just wants to take care of Jersey.
What? It shows you what kind of guy he is in the end and what type of leader he is. I like Governor Christie a lot more right now. And people are like,
great.
well, they're purposely doing that because blah. It just was nice to see that you got Christie and Obama walking pretty much hand in hand and dealing with this shit together.
They took not
politicizing the shit out of it.
They took the little helicopter ride on Marine One.
You think Obama was a little scared that he had Christie in his helicopter?
Yeah, he had 3 of his aides actually taking a bus to catch up.
All you saw was the pilot of fucking Marine One slamming that fucking tail rotor over, trying to keep the thing level. Yeah, everyone stay on this side. Christie, look out that window.
He's got to deal with his Humpty Dumpty body.
He's so fat.
Dude, his fucking back is massive.
And you don't realize how it just goes round.
So fat.
After his belly button, the whole thing just goes round.
Yeah.
With these little fucking legs sticking out.
I saw from the back, they showed him talking to Obama, and it's like he's like a giant Eggman. He really is.
And then Obama has like a Chris Rock ass, all just skinny and shit. Obama's got one of those skinny asses.
Christie's great because you get the impression he really does give a shit about his state, you know?
Right.
He's going above and beyond. This is one of those kind of Giuliani situations for Christie.
Yeah.
He's the guy he's the face of Jersey's recovery. He's getting the president there to look at the damage and get to the federal funding that they need to rebuild. He's coming across as a good leader, albeit a very fat leader.
And telling the people he doesn't give a fuck about the election.
Politics or the election or anything.
Somewhere Romney's crying like, but you have to give a shit right now.
October surprise. You were looking for it. Obama will get a bump for this.
Yes.
He will get a fucking bump in the polls for this. But in states that really don't matter. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to still be very interesting. But it's really good to see the two sides working together. We need a lot more of this in this country.
Disasters, so they work together?
Well,
that's about the only way.
You know what? I know. That's what someone tweeted. They said, unfortunately, it takes a disaster to get these two sides working together. And that person was absolutely right, because it'll go back to business as usual after this shit.
Do you like when people talk about their state like their state people are special? Let's show them that the people of New Jersey know how to rally. It's like any state would say that.
Right. We from New Jersey we're a resilient people. We will rebuild and bounce back because New Jersey has... It's like, that's what everyone does. What are they supposed to do? Is there a state where everyone just lays down and goes,
lays down and just dies?
Crying and
we here in Maine need help because, as you know, we are spineless and we never bounce back. We are jellyfish.
You're so right.
The people of Nebraska will take all the aid we can get because we are faggots. We cannot take
We can't do anything
a
on our own.
disaster. We lay down and die. We don't have a will to live.
Well, we're going to rebuild because that's what America does. I heard that a lot. America rebuilds. But look at that. Handshake.
Yeah.
Little
pat on the back.
Little pat on the
back.
back.
Did you see Christie kind of calming that hysterical woman that was crying and
Did you get that audio?
had nothing? And Christie's like got his arm around her and she's just weeping and weeping. Oh, it's terrible.
If he goes for the presidency in 2016, this is really going to help him.
showed his leadership during Sandy.
Right.
He helped rebuild New Jersey.
Yes, and then they'll show his opponent. Well, his opponent was shoveling sand onto children. And they'll show a picture of the guy with his kids. Oh, no, look at it. The hurricane. He's throwing sand on kids.
Shit.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. You got that clip?
Maybe after the break.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Let me see, Sam. I can't see. You're over there having fun.
Governor Christie helping out the devastated people of
giant hand.
Jersey. Yeah, his big fat hand on her shoulder as she weeps.
He's probably squeezing it, saying, shut the fuck up.
You're making me look bad.
Governor Christie touring the most devastated areas of his state. At one point, he takes a moment to console an upset resident.
Upset?
Listen.
She's a little more than upset.
Governor. We're trying. Because I can't anymore.
I know. Where's your husband's at work?
He's a corrections officer and sergeant.
Yeah.
In Elton County.
Yeah. Well, first thing you have to focus on, you're okay.
No, it's not even that. I just want everybody to get help finally.
Yeah, well, we're going to try to do this. That's what
Because
we're
these
here for.
houses don't deserve this.
Yeah.
Like, their house,
she's
our house,
hysterical.
everything's gone.
Yeah.
I've never in 10 years had water in my house.
Yeah. This was the worst storm that the state's ever seen.
Wouldn't it be great if Christie smacked her?
Get up, get yourself.
I want to see everything. All right?
And then he just walks away.
All right. See everything.
Or if he just shook her and said, shut up, liberal.
Walks away and goes, thank God that's over.
Oh, God, someone handle this woman.
Right.
Jesus.
You're that crazy bitch.
Yeah, the mic is open. He's like, Jesus Christ, I thought that bitch was never going to shut. Oh, man, imagine how high from the height of where he is now to the bottom of the barrel fall that he would take.
Or if he said, I kept trying to get her knuckles to bump my cock while I grabbed her shoulders.
Holy shit.
Her breast felt nice.
Yeah. She has some nice tits.
God.
But, there you go.
Yeah. All right, let's eat some.
You know how you were doing
food.
the state thing before about the different states? How come nobody in, like, Nevada says we got nothing but, what, we gonna gamble or something?
Just go to break.
Fucking, go ahead, come up with a better one than that.
Robin,